Hello guys, this is Ride On Academia. Today we'll be looking at how to correct errors, okay? But in this section we'll be looking at how to correct errors that do not affect our trial balance agreement, okay? So we'll be looking at those errors that even when they are present, do not really affect the agreement of our trial balance. So in this first section, we'll be looking at our first error, which is our error of omission, okay? There are various errors that do not affect our trial balance agreement, and error of omission is one of them. Our error of omission simply means that a transaction was not entered in the books, okay? It wasn't entered at all in our books. So in correcting an error of omission, we make use of our journal. In fact, in correcting errors that do not affect our trial balance agreement, we make use of our journal, okay? Our journal is used for correcting such kind of errors. So let's go back to our error of omission. Like I said, it means the transaction did not appear at all in the book, okay? So we'll be taking our first example. Now, assuming we were told that there was a payment of rent, okay, payment of rent of 16 naira, and it was omitted from the books, okay? Payment of rent of 16 naira cash was omitted from the books. Now, how do we do that? Since it was omitted, all that we need to do in our journal is just to restore the errors, okay? So in our journal account, our journal is of this format. We have our particular debit and credit, okay? Okay, so we have our particulars, our debit and our credit. So what we really do now is to identify the account to be debited and the account to be credited, okay? And then we now give in our description. Now, like I said, what we are working on, or the error we are trying to correct here is an error of omission of payment of rent of 16 naira cash. Now, if we analyze that statement clearly, it means cash was going out, right? So that means cash will be credited, all right? And then our rent will be debited because it's an expenses account, okay? So what we really do is just to enter it, our rent 16 naira, all right? And our cash will be also credited because that's an expenses on cash, 16 naira. Then we'll describe this as what? Payment of rent by cash, all right? So we are through with this, all right? So this is what it will look like in our journal, all right? We are through with this. Now, all right, so for our next example, we are given that sales of goods of 20 naira to Ayo, all right, has been completely omitted from the books, okay? A sales of goods for 20 naira to Ayo. Ayo is our customer in this case, but that transaction was completely omitted from the books. So the same thing we'll just be doing, preparing our journal to correct that error, okay? So the same pattern, we have our particulars, debit and credit. So we'll be identifying the account to be debited and the account to be credited, okay? So in this case, you have a sales of goods to Ayo, all right? So for sales, sales is going out, okay? Sales is giving out, so we're crediting our sales account, and Ayo is receiving, so we're debiting Ayo's account, okay? So the first account we are going to be entering for the debit side, which is our Ayo, all right? Ayo is receiving 20 naira worth of goods, okay? And sales is giving out 20 naira worth of goods, okay? And then we can bring in our description, okay? So our error, okay, omission of sales. Are we together? So this is how we make use of our journal in correcting error of omission. We simply just bring everything as it's supposed to be, and that's all. So in this case, we have come to the end of error of omission, okay, on how to correct error of omission. Please do well to like our videos, subscribe to this channel if you haven't, and share our videos with others. See you in our next class. Thank you.